Bismillah, walhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Today's video is regarding the stand against evil, and I will dive in headfirst right away. So, first and foremost, let's get something cleared up. Many people may not realize that our life on this earth is really a tussle, a battle, a struggle, a jihad. Subhanallah, many people do not understand the true meaning of this word. A struggle, a fight. Although jihad, and now I'm diverging, but I'm going to come back round, jihad is separated into greater and lesser jihad. So, do you know what the greater and lesser jihad involve? Well, the lesser jihad is the physical fight, which is often referred to in media and fear-mongering Islamophobes. The greater jihad is the fight against oneself, the fight against our urges, our desires, the fight against evil. Funny how in the English language, devil is evil with a D. So evil is so many things that we all know about. And this channel is really predicated on calling people to the righteous path, to the straight path, to the good, the noble, and the holy, which obviously is the juxtaposition, is the antithesis, the counter-narrative to evil. And this is represented all over the place. I mean, let's just first and foremost talk about the way that society functions. Something that is evil. The Islamic term is riba. Riba is effectively interest. The whole system is built upon the foundation of interest. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, and I'm translating here in English, of course, may Allah make it easy for me to study the Arabic, learn the Arabic, and memorize the Arabic so I can spit the hadith legitimate to you in the future, inshallah. But my point is here that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that there will come a time in the future where the dust of riba will enshroud everything, will cover everything. And this is the time we live in now. In order to function in society, one needs a bank account. Effectively, I know there's some people who use the post office. There's some people who are living in tiny homes in forests in the middle of nowhere. But I'm talking effectively, the majority practically need to have a bank account, a form of payment, an address, etc. You can't function without really getting into contracts. I mean, take it for example that you need car insurance, you need insurances, there's going to be consequences if you don't pay, you incur interest payments, and on and on and on. So this is one evil that is present in our society that the Muslim is obligated to fight against. Now, how can we fight against this? Something that comes to mind immediately is we live in a system there's a class system here in the UK. Just look at the tax code, the tax system, how not reasonably well-paid people, I'm not talking about doctors and lawyers and the like, people who earn, we think generally, the mass populace will think that somebody who earns 50 to 150,000 pounds a year is rich. But this person is getting paid well, but they may be, in all reality, asset poor and, in the depths of debt and interest themselves. And so my point I'm trying to make here is that foundationally, this channel is really about fighting against evil, and how we can do that is lifestyle design. So coming up in the future, inshallah, and this channel it's in its infancy. It's merely come through the birth canal and is taking its first breaths in the real world, opening its little eyes, and is days old in that analogy. And my point is that I've just had a thought, which is to bring free community benefits. So whether that be daily breathing exercises, big up Wim Hof, oxygenating the body to be able to fight disease, again, evil and economic interests opposite of taking control of your body and oxygenating your system and learning about health and controlling, discipline your life long term. The opposite of that is pharmaceuticals. The opposite of that is corporate interest. And so doing some breathing exercises, doing some daily exercises in general, workouts, some planks, some push-ups, some press-ups, some breathing, some jumping jacks. I could start to integrate. I could start to dialogue and have a bigger presence on this channel. And I've taken a step back when I've been analyzing what the future holds, and I've told many people, obviously, my intention, and it's all lined up to happen by the grace of God, is to move to the Muslim lands. And I can focus then so much more time, energy, and effort into the YouTube channel and my personal brand and my website and my ability to benefit and communicate with the good folk online. And so, fighting against evil is shutting down the whispers of the shaitan. So it's activity rather than lethargy. It's being positive in mental attitude rather than lazy and negative. So what's that to say is, always give people the benefit of the doubt and look for the best in people. But so much stress comes in our life from finances that also what I can support people with is getting out of debt. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not somebody who right now is able to give financial advice because I'm just a run-of-the-mill dude. But what I have done is transform my life from one that was focused really on the selfish pursuit of desire, and one that was stooped in relatively large amount of debt, to coming out of that debt and having some stability to get married and start a family. Now, obviously there is severe and extreme motivation for me to push on and build, because if I am to have a larger family, if I am to be able to contribute to my extended family, to see them more, to support them more, a life of independence rather than reliance, then obviously I need to take steps forward. But I'm realizing now that the more regular the dialogue, the more benefit I can bring, because like I say, this channel is about fighting against evil. You cannot fight against something if you do not even realize it exists. So that is to push to one side the secular, atheistic, subjective morality and realize that no, there is good and evil. And in this world, we are in constant fight. We are in constant battle against evil. Evil is what brings depression and anxiety and confusion and poverty and stress into our lives. A good bit of stress, some hormesis, you need some tussle, you need to break down the muscle to rebuild again. So it's not to say there will be a complete absence of stress. Life is walking through a meadow of daisies. No, but I'm talking about chronic stress, stress that causes disease, stress that breaks a man down and prevents him from supporting his family long term. And so the fight against evil, we can see it, international, nationwide. Politics is a joke. We need to return to more local community relationship building. And I think, to be honest, again, that the impact you're going to be able to have on your local community is also directly correlated with the finances that you have. So what I'm calling people to, I am not a sheikh. I am not somebody on, the path of knowledge yet, although that is my intention, to dive headfirst into the ocean of Islamic knowledge. But what I am is, in the same way I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire sheikh. But what I am is a debt-free, run-of-the-mill dude who has embraced Islam. And so I feel like I'm halfway there. I've got balance, and I'm looking to move on and progress and improve by the grace of God. But I'm realizing that even this channel, even the idea of creating content, why am I not creating more content? Why am I not doing more live streams? Why am I not doing more? What is holding us all back as human beings. It's a fascinating conversation and dialogue. What holds people back from engaging in the conversation themselves, starting their own YouTube channels, building their own personal brands? Because this seems to me to be the clear and obvious future, and alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful that I've got a little bit ahead of the game by the grace of God. Surpassed 5,000 subscribers, but our next goal is 10,000 and 50,000. And in pulling back and not releasing so much content, I've come to realize that this will not be given to me, and it's now time to bring benefit to the people. And really, it's about giving people the tools and the insights to protect themselves from evil, to protect themselves from the delusions of the modern world, and ultimately live a life of peace and serenity, and one of economic security as well. So many people are limited in movement, geographically limited in what they're able to do. And, you know, my intention is to bring some benefit to the people. So anyway, I just wanted to jump on the camera there. I've been listening to a few podcasts and people speak about economic security and stability. And I just wanted to couple that with the channel's aim is obviously to encourage people to look into Islam, to get married, to have strong families, to look at traditional conservative values, but also realize that this is in light of fighting against the dark. So to me, evil is breaking families up. Evil is making people pessimistic and wary of one another, to create division, to sow dispute, and to create, we're so much stronger together. And this is why I think also an interfaith dialogue is important. In this world, we all live together, and Muslims need not be an other with a capital O. We are not foreign in any land. You know, we are simply following the natural law, the divine commandments that are relevant in all time and place until the end of time. So anyway, if you're still watching the video at this point, then certainly comment down below where you are watching from. Big up your good selves for engaging with the video. Talk to me about what is evil to you. Let me know if you're interested in these kind of breathing. I can basically just record and lead what I'll be doing myself, which is, you know, daily breathing exercises and daily exercises in a more broad physical sense to stay on top of the human organism. And, you know, health is wealth at the end of the day. We don't want to be millionaires but be chronically diseased, because our lives will be short and our mentality will be nowhere near what it could be, and we won't be able to be fully present and there for our family and children. And let's think about where we are right now and where we want to go, and the bridge in between the two. And often we'll find that most of the time that bridge is really Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is the humility of worshipping your Lord and realizing that the commandments put down are simply there to benefit our own lives, to bring stability and structure to family units, to society at large. And I really appreciate anybody who's listened this far, and inshallah, by the grace of God, I will be expanding the channel, bringing in other people, putting in more structures in place, more opportunity to actually bring value to people. I don't want this to simply be me rambling away in my car, although I do enjoy that aspect to it, and I hope that does bring some benefit. Ultimately, you could see this as, to a degree, a diary, a documentation. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking to dialogue. We're looking to see what vibe people hook onto. SubhanAllah. So it's not perfection, it's about production. It's not about somehow trying to have some high level quality production, although inshallah that will happen in the future. It's just about putting one foot in front of the other, day in, day out, video after video, bringing small benefit to many people. If one person embraces Islam because of this channel, it's been a success. If one person loses weight, it's been a success. If one person has gained peace, it's been a success. If one person saves money and increases their financial moat around their family, it's been a success. And so, you know, I've got an insight into what it takes to, you know, shovel SH1T into my mouth day in, day out at work. You know, grinding through sales, rejection, not allowing that to get in the way of positive mental attitude, always interpreting things in a way that suits our agenda. If you don't want to sign up today, that's fine, move on to the next person. So I think sales, jobs, performance-based jobs are positive for young men. I can say that much. But at the same time, we need to continually be reflecting and searching ourselves. Living in the UK, the cost of living, is it benefiting us? Where can we go? I'll end on this point. I mean, I was thinking recently, when we're in a job, it's so easy to stay in that job for, you know, year upon year, always taking the path of least resistance, always staying where we feel comfortable. It's much easier to do that. However, take my own example. I've got a relatively cushy job. The money's coming in. It's not incredibly taxing. I should, even if I wasn't moving to Egypt, even if I wasn't pursuing knowledge and learning Arabic and delving into the religious path, I should be leaving my current job anyway to look to get a promotion, to get more experience, to earn more money, to increase in position. Because once you've been somewhere for 1 year, 2 years, if you're not escalating, if you're not ascending the hierarchy, then you're simply choosing to stay there because it's convenient. And in life, as many people know, when you do what is easy, your life will become hard. When you do what is hard, your life will become easy. This is a declaration to the online community right now, and I'm ending with this. I know that what I need to do to take this channel to the next level is a lot of what I've done thus far is got a response from the people by just talking to the camera and rolling freestyle. Alhamdulillah, I'm very grateful for that. But to take it to the next level, there's a lot of nitty gritty, sending hundreds of emails, creating a website, doing a lot of nitty gritty, planning, organizing, projecting, slotting out time, making it a full-time job. That stuff's not as fun as just jumping on the camera and freestyling. So, you know, it's not all about what is joyful. To make money, to progress, you've got to sacrifice and you've got to do some stuff that's ultimately quite boring. So Allah knows best. Appreciate everybody's watching this video. If you've gained anything from the video, it's all from Allah. Any mistakes are my own. And I am going to say, big up your good selves. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Until next time, good folk.